Hi everyone, my name is E, and today we're going to talk about our new Galaxy Pro cameras. So let's start with the we have four new models arriving in our warehouse. So the first one is the 4K active deterrence camera from Galaxy Pro. And the second one is our 5 megapixel full color AI cameras. And the last two are the Varifocal cameras equipped with AI and available in 5 megapixel and 8 megapixel. So first of all, let's talk about the active deterrence camera. So right now you can see this is active deterrence camera. We just arrived Galaxy Pro with AI. And it's bullet style, and it is active deterrence, and you can either have audio and LED flashlight. You can see LED flashlight here. So like when it detects people, or when it just like somebody triggers the alarm, and you could use audio. It could play audios like for warning or just like for notifications, ask them to leave, something like that, or you can customize your own audio to upload to the camera, and then like when somebody's triggered the alarm, it's gonna play that audio. And it is 4K resolution and have two-way audio, and is true LDR. For the parameter protection, it supports line crossing and intrusion detections. So also it has AI functions. It's gonna determine whether it's a human or a vehicle, something like that. So let's see how it sounds like and how does it like flash when somebody's triggering the alarm.
You are in the alerted area. Please leave. You are in the alerted area. Please leave. You are in the alerted area. Please leave.
So here is it, and let's go next.
You are in the alerted area. Please.
So in the demo video, I use cross-line detections for the parameter protections. So what you can do for setting up the cross-line detections, you can just go into the setup and go to intelligence and choose smart. You will see like interface looks like this. So you can select on cross-line by checking on the little checkbox, and then it's enabled. And click on the gear icon, you will go to this. Oh, sorry. Yep. You will go to this page. So in this page is setting up the rules for your cross-line detection. Defaultly, there will be no lines on this rules, so we have to create your own rule here. So don't forget to check on this checkbox cross-line detection to enable these settings, and you will see here detection rule by clicking on these little plus. So you will have a line looks like this. You can just either drag the line or just like to where you want to drag. And for trigger direction, either from A side, you can see A side to B side, or B side to A side, or both side. Like sensitivity, you can set up here. And the noticeable thing is here is like some checkbox here. So that one is AI. So it's gonna determine whether it's a pedestrian or motor vehicle or non-motor vehicle. So you could like check on those checkboxes like to see which one you want to see. And after that, you could go to trigger actions here. Let's go to, after you click trigger actions like here, just tap, and you will go to this page. So this page like allows you to do what does it do like after the alarm has been triggered. So alarm output, you can see here, you can enable alarm sound and alarm light, because like defaultly is not enabled. You have to enable it by yourself. For audio, it's 1 2 3 4 5. That's for the number of the audio. So you could check on the audio side to see which is the like desired audio you want to play, the audio message you want to play while somebody's triggering the alarm. Repeat is how many times it's gonna play that alarm message. And also check on the alarm light to have the alarm light flashing while somebody's triggering the alarm. And the duration you can set up like the 10 seconds, 5 seconds, somebody sort of like that. You will you want to like the time period you want to play. And also for plan, you can set up your own like a plan to do the schedule. Let's say if you don't want to want this camera to be triggered during the daytime, let's say from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock at night. So we will set up the schedule here, only triggering after 7 and before 6 in the morning. So after that, don't forget to click save. And the other thing is the intrusion detection. Once you select, let's go to here. Once you select this one, intrusion detection, check on the checkbox and go to the gear icon. You will see the settings of the intrusion detection here. And don't forget to check on this checkbox as well and create your own rule and draw the area. The difference is from line crossing and intrusion detection is like line crossing, so just cross the lines like a tripwire. And the intrusion detection is like you draw an area when somebody's enter this area or just passing this area is going to have the alarm triggered. So on these here, rule 1, let's see, like you can see I draw a little area here, and the time threshold is like how many times does the objective stay in the or just stay in the intrusion detection area to trigger the alarm. So 1 is the lowest one, is gonna trigger the alarm in no time. So also sensitivity, you already know that, and motor vehicle, non-motor vehicle, or pedestrian. So see which objective like you want them to trigger the alarm. And let's go to the next page. So the other thing is the two-way audio. So like some of the clients will have like some trouble with this two-way audio. So once you're logged into your NVR, because and select the active deterrence channel, and you will see this page like on the very right, very left. So you can see on the right, middle right, you will see this icon like a speaker. Once you click on this one, you will have this message, enable speaker, and you are able to hear sound from the camera. And another thing is like this two-way audio, this little microphone icon. And click on this one, you will have two-way audio like started successfully message here. And you could talk to the microphone, you could talk to the camera, and you can also hear the sound from the camera. And you will have like this, have a little microphone icon once your microphone has been enabled. And you will have like some of the clients have some specific requirements on the computer. So if your computer is hooked up with a microphone, or you are using a laptop, once you install the guard station, add your NVR to the guard station, you can use the two-way audio as well. So on this one, you can see like select the active deterrence camera channel as like a one view. So you will have little speaker icon, microphone icon for either hearing and just talking. And let's go to the next model. The next model is Galaxy 725-AI-LED-28CF. For this model, it's 5-megapixel full color camera. And you can see the features here. So it is 5 megapixel and was a 2.8 millimeters lens, and as 24/7 color picture with like a very low lux, which is like a 0.001, and it has LED supplement light here, and has built-in mic, and also like this this camera have like AI functions, like parameter protections, like equipped with AI, such as like intrusion detection, line crossing, same as the active deterrence camera, and but it does not have a speaker, so the LED light cannot flash because the LED light is only for the full color camera, a full color like pictures, not for the active deterrence, since it's not an active deterrence camera, and also it supports face detection. So let's go to the settings. So I received some calls like about some of the camera, like the client might not like the LED light at night. They just want a low lux function. So to turn on and turn off the LED lights, you have to log into the camera and go to setup, and you will see an image here. And after you click on the image, here's a smart illumination. Select on this one. You will see smart illumination on or off. You can just either turn it on or turn it off. And it's gonna save automatically when you just do the check on those like checkbox. And here's how it looks like at night when like it's getting dark. For in this environment, it's completely dark, and you can see like it give you like a really colorful pictures with true WDR. So yeah. And here's some like parameter protections features. So it's also available like crossline and intrusion detection. We've already talked about how to set them up. So like I'm gonna go to the next. And it also supports face detection. We're gonna talk about it next. And the last two models are like a GX718 FSL AI 4K and the GX715 FSL AI. So for these two models are varifocal cameras, and it's available in 5 megapixel and 8 megapixel. So for varifocal cameras, is available in 2.8 to 12 millimeters, and has smart AI features for parameter protection, and also supports line crossing, intrusion detection, and face detection. So, but the only thing different is like a 5 megapixel has face detection, but 8 megapixel does not have that function. And there's one thing I have to let you guys know: face detection is different from face recognition. So face detection mostly is like it detects faces. So more like people counting, count how many people enter this area or enter the like from the entrance, like you have mounted with the camera. But the face recognition is not like that. Face recognition is like the camera is gonna recognize who you are. So you have to record your like face information or picture in the database, and then the camera is gonna recognize who you are from the database. If you something like that, but like this camera does not support that. So let's go to next. And that's the 5 megapixel. It supports face. For 4 megapixel, it will only have crossline, inter area, leave area, or intrusion detection. Like mostly the clients like to use crossline or intrusion detection. These two it's like very rare to use, so I'm gonna skip this part. And for the face detection, once you check on this one, you select the gear icon, you will go into here. So in the setup, you can just choose smart, just like same thing here, setup, smart, and then this one, click on the gear icon, you will see this. So once you enable this one, you will see some settings on here. For face detection, like it's not too common to use. So like mostly the purpose is just people counting, and it's gonna have the counting on and counting direction, either is enter from the area or leaving the area. And yeah, that's mostly like that. You can check on the area you want to do. Like let's say like if like the other two are walls, and you can just check on this area like full screen or a specific area. And for this one, mostly like people counting. So, in conclusion, so all these four models are equipped with the AI functions. So, what does AI function do? Like, how does it work? So, it's just determining whether the objective is a pedestrian or a vehicle, and it can be used on a line crossing or intrusion detection. And for this one, it's like pretty easy to enable. It's just one click, check on like a human, pedestrian, something like that, and it will reduce false alarm because like when some of the area will have animal crossing or just have some grass or trees moving on the screen. Um, in this case, like animal won't trigger the alarm, the trees won't trigger the alarm, so it's going to reduce your false alarm and won't spam your phone or spam your email. And so for there's some applications on different scenarios for these AI functions, such as like no pedestrian entrance. Like for example, it's a underground parking. Some of the underground parking will not allow the pedestrian to enter the parking from the ramp because it's too dangerous and only allows the vehicle to go into there. So you could install a active deterrence on the camera on it. When a pedestrian just pass the line of the ramp, it's going to trigger the alarm and ask the pedestrian to leave and not like causing any troubles. And the other one is like some parks. Some parks will not let the vehicle to enter. So when somebody's entering, driving to enter the parks, it's gonna trigger the alarm. And another is like no parking area, such as like some fire route, because like you park there, when you're parking there, it's gonna block the fireway, and if there's some fires in that or some emergency conditions, you're gonna block the fire truck's way. It's gonna waste the time of them to saving lives. So like for this one, like when you could draw an area when somebody's like entering this area or just like parking in this area, you can the alarm will be triggered, and the and the security or the alarm sound will play like ask the car to leave, something like that. You could just like if people just like walking through that, like it's not going to trigger the alarm. And also the most important thing, all these AI functions you have to activate it on the camera. You won't find it on the VR. So I'm going to show you how to get into the camera, because like when you are having or when you are connect the cameras on a switch, it's pretty easy by typing the IP address on your browser to get into the camera to do the settings. But if you connect your camera in the back of the VR, so you could not find the IP address. So what you have to do is just log into your NVR on the web interface, like by using Internet Explorer, and go to setup and check on go to the camera panel, and you will see a camera list. And at the end of each camera by list, you will see an access button, and when you click on this button, you will have like a pop-up message ask you to allow pop-ups of this like IP address or website. And then after you allow, the login page will pop up in the next like panel. So something like this. So let's say you are right now we are in a VR, and you go to setup here and select camera panel, and then check on this camera, and you will see a camera list here, like where you add camera, and you will have this access button. Click on this one, you will have like a pop-up message. Some of you will have like have it, but some of you won't. It will just like automatically popped up, but you have to use IE for this function. And after you click on this access, you will see the camera. So yeah, like if you guys have any questions, please let me know. And you can either like type the questions on the chat channel or on the QA channel. yeah, I'm gonna have like about 2 minutes waiting for some questions here. If you guys don't have, if you guys have any other questions, like 2 minutes not enough, please let me know. You can call us, call our tech support team, or you can just email me by like an email at support@galaxysecurity.com, or just call our sales. They will just transfer the calls to our tech team and they will answer your questions. There's no questions, and thank you for attending our webinar. And John, could you please left your email address, or do you know who's your sales? Let me know like on the chat channel. Hello, John, can you hear me? Like could you please left your contact information? Oh yeah. Oh sure. Okay. Spyos.com. All right, I'll let your sales know about your gift card. Let me take a screenshot of your, and if you have any questions, please let me know. And yeah, so today's our webinar, and thank you for your attendance. And we will have like more webinars in the future. So we'll send out the webinars information out like by our designer. So if you have any questions, please let me know. And thank you.